Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Debbie Marks with Fireside Chat and with Debbie Marks. And I would like to welcome everyone here today, and those of you that will be watching on the recording. Today, we have a special guest. Some of you probably have never heard of Forever Box, but I'm sure some of you may be familiar with Creative Memories. And I met Kathy back in the early, I don't know, before COVID anyways.
Oh, way before.
Way before, right. And I was doing scrapbooking, and I would take my suitcases and my papers and blah, 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 and I would go and spend the day at her house when she would have a scrapbook day. Well, we've kept in touch over all these years. She's moved and done a lot of things. And just recently, I was going through LinkedIn, working on my business and stuff, and I found Kathy had a post in there celebrating her 9th anniversary with Forever. And I thought, okay, a couple of months ago, I saw this Forever, and I not in my frame of mind to investigate, but this time I said, I have got to figure out what this is. And so I got in touch with Kathy, and she was like totally blown away that, she's in Kentucky and I'm still in Ohio. And so we have spent a lot of time reminiscing and talking about scrapbooking and pictures and genealogy. And so what I'd like to do now is introduce Kathy Lamb, and she is with Forever, previously Creative Memories. And I'm going to let you, Kathy, just give everyone the backstory to what brought you to.
Yeah, well, I would love to do that. Yeah, well, we, as our relationship did begin with Creative Memories, and I left Creative Memories. We had moved, and then we moved again, and then we moved again, and I had 3 high school teenage boys, and it did not behoove me to try to have all of that stuff and scrapbooking days at my house anymore. So I left Creative Memories. Forever is a totally different company, but didn't know anything about it either. But before I tell you my story and how I got to Forever, I think it'll make a little more sense. Debbie, if it's okay, I'll share my screen and share a little video, if that's okay.
Yes, ma'am. Please do.
All right, let's see if we can do that. All right, so we see the video. You see my screen?
It hasn't.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, Zoom slows everything down. All right, so let's see. And if you can't hear me, if you can't hear it, stop me immediately, okay?
Okay.
Photos and videos help us remember special moments, events, and stories that make us laugh, cry, and feel loved. They deserve to be preserved, and Forever is here to help. Forever is so much more than a photo website. It is a complete memory-keeping solution. Our sole focus is your photos, videos, and other memories, offering you peace of mind so you know where to find, share, and enjoy your memories today and for decades to come. Let me briefly highlight the primary solutions Forever offers. Bringing your past to life starts at our state-of-the-art digitization facility. Our trained technicians treat your memories as they would their own, providing the utmost care and precision while transforming your outdated media into modern digital files. Do you have VHS tapes collecting dust or film reels slowly deteriorating? Any slides with no projector to view them? How about envelopes of photos and negatives that need to get scanned, or a special photo that needs to be restored? We can digitize all of those and more, unlocking decades worth of treasured memories. Imagine listening to your children's young voices, reliving your wedding vows, or seeing and hearing loved ones who are no longer with you. Get the popcorn ready for memorable movie nights and slideshows. We also provide peace of mind with Forever's guaranteed permanent cloud storage, your digital home for digitized and current memories. You know how people experience the frustration of losing photos due to a hard drive crash or disorganization and endlessly scroll through their phones to find that specific picture? Imagine having an efficient system using our permanent, secure, and private cloud storage. And yes, we do have an app for that. Our permanent cloud storage is the only cloud storage that guarantees the preservation of your memories for your lifetime plus 100 years, with the goal of many generations beyond. With Forever Storage, you can upload and access your photos, videos, audio files, and documents wherever you go using any computer or mobile device. Most importantly, your files remain yours. At Forever, there is no data mining and no advertising. At Forever, we value your memories and stories and legacies and want to preserve them for generations to come. That's why when you buy Forever Storage, the majority of your money goes into the Forever Guarantee Fund, which works just like an endowment or a large investment fund. You pay once and own your storage. The next generation will have easy access without cost. Our solutions don't end there. We have beautiful, meaningful, high-quality printed photo books, cards, invites, photo gifts, wall decor, and much more. You can create and print all of these projects quickly and easily right inside your Forever account while still adding your own personal touches. We also have the world's best digital scrapbooking and design software and an online store full of digital art for those of you who desire the ultimate flexibility. If you've ever given or received a photo gift, you know they often get the biggest smiles, heartfelt thank yous, and sometimes even a few tears. A printed photo gift says, "You are important to me." Interested in family history? Whether you're a seasoned genealogist or just dipping your toes in, our full-service family research service is right for you. Discover the details and stories that molded you. Our Forever Family Research team will tailor a plan specific to your needs, starting from the beginning, or just help you get past a research brick wall. And if any of this sounds overwhelming to you, don't worry. You don't have to do it alone. If you want, you can connect with one of our Forever ambassadors to provide personal guidance and inspiration. If you aren't already connected to an ambassador, you can use Find an Ambassador under the Help and Support at the bottom of forever.com. Does a friend or family member come to mind who needs to hear these solutions? Refer a friend and you'll both be rewarded with free product credit. Better yet, when you heard about our solutions, were you like me thinking everyone needs to know about Forever? Well, we have a unique affiliate program. Those who proudly represent and share Forever earn income and rewards by growing a meaningful business at their own pace. Are you open to hearing more about how the Forever Ambassador opportunity could benefit you and fit into your life? Which Forever solution is the right place for you to start? I recommend starting with the one that would bring you the most joy or peace of mind. Forever and your ambassador are committed to helping you accomplish your photo goals and provide guidance every step of the way. Join us and open your Forever account today. It's time to capture more of today's moments as they become tomorrow's memories.
Thank you.
And there you have it. That was like one big long commercial, right? But if I back that train up, what happened with myself is I was a photo organizer. I was a dedicated creative memories person, ambassador, whatever we called ourselves, consultant, and was doing all the right things. Well, when we moved from Texas to Tennessee, my hard drives on my computers were all fried in the hot Texas heat because they were left on the truck. Well, hello, I didn't plan for that. If I didn't have it printed, it was like it didn't happen. So I call that my lost Texas years. Then when we were in Ohio, my father-in-law wanted to check. I had learned. So now I had 2 external hard drives, not one. So I had one backing up to the other, and my father-in-law wanted to check his email. So he just deftly unplugged both of them at the same time while they were copying one to the other. guess what that does? It crashes everything, and they can't get it back. I had years as a photographer when I was using SmugMug, and my images were sold, and that was a mess. And so when we moved to Kentucky, no water damage, no water issues in the home we were buying, and we had a flood. And believe me, at this point, I thought I had everything done correctly, right? But my acid-free, lignin-free, airtight, dark black plastic boxes were not waterproof. So when we had the flood, then all of those printed photos that I thought I was good because I had printed my photos, and even though I had lost the hard drives, I had printed them. They're all cemented together. So for everybody that's in the wake of the storms that are happening right now down in Charlotte and the coast and down in Florida, that was my biggest fear all the time, was what will I do if we have a flood or if we have a hurricane? Pick a natural disaster, pick a house fire, whatever. And so I was really looking for something like Forever. Didn't know it existed until I had a friend call and say, hey, I think I found something that you need to check out. This company is amazing, and they're doing all the things we need to do. Oh, let me throw my Costco story in. I had all my videos that I had pulled out of the water, my VHS tapes of my kids, and we have 5. So that was a lot of videotapes, and a lot of them were underwater. And I'm taking them outside, and they're in my garage. And one day I just happened to think, oh my gosh, my videos, they're probably ruined. I took them all to Costco. They had a great deal for $25. I could get my VHS tapes changed to DVD. So I did. But about 2 months later, we canceled that Costco membership because Sam's was way closer. We were new in Kentucky. We didn't know. So we had gotten the Costco membership. Sam's was just right down the road. So we canceled our membership. As I'm driving home, I happened to think, oh my word, what about my photos? Well, let me just tell you what happens. Well, Costco's out of the photo business now anyway, but they had canceled my account right then. So you can see I was on a quest, and I had paid for all of those VHS tapes to be DVDs, but guess what? My new computer doesn't even have a DVD place now. So now I was disgusted because now I have to pay to do these DVDs again, now to a digital format. And when my friend called and said, I think you need to check out Forever. They digitize your old stuff. They do it once for life. You own your stuff. The company doesn't. Nobody can sell your stuff. It's yours. You can print books and you pass it on to your kids where you tell the story. So it was the best of Creative Memories, the best of what Shutterfly tries to offer, and the best of these big box companies that own your stuff all together, and it was private. And I was just like, okay, sign me up. She said, no, I need you just to check it out. But that was when my love affair with Forever began, because it just met all of my needs. It just hit all of the check boxes. And so it's a passion of mine to help people figure out, how do you get your pictures off your phone? What is the cloud, and which cloud are you using? You want to tell the stories, and you want to know your ancestors. We have all of that in one space. So that is a long double advertisement for Forever, but that's what we do and how we connected, or how I connected back with Debbie.
Oh,
so now shoot with the questions.
Kathy, I want to welcome you for popping in here. I hope you're doing well today. I know you're probably flipping rooms. Maybe. She's busy. I want to say that when I realized this and looked into it more, I had just found a huge gift bag that my mother had given me with slides, packages of slides of the pictures that my father took because he was a photographer buff.
Wow.
And I go, what am I going to do with these? And so to see how this works, I put together 50 slides and have sent them in. And I love it because the ease of it was, I ordered the box, put my slides in the special containers, put them in the box, and they provide you with a label to ship it back. So And then you just basically take it to, for me, all I have to do is go down to my Dollar General store, which is like 2 minutes down the road, and drop it off for FedEx to pick it up. Well, and I just got an email this morning telling me that they are now working on digitizing my slides. Now, just to give you an idea of how important these slides are, they're from back when I was like 2 years old, 2 years old, 3 years old. I've never seen, I have a picture of me with my godfather. The day my parents brought me home from the hospital, they're standing outside the hospital. I have a slide of that. I had no idea. But the point is that I have all these memories that I don't know what to do with. So now with Forever, the slides are being digitized. They're going to be put into my file, my library in the cloud. And all I have to do is send a link to my other family members, and they can go in and see all these pictures. And if they want to get some prints or whatever, but my sister and I have been very deep into doing our ancestry. So, I mean, I even have, well, let's put it this way. I went downstairs to refresh my memory, but I have 3 of those under bed plastic containers, the big ones, okay, the big ones. I have 3 of those full of packages of pictures. And granted, not all of them are going to be anything I want, but the point is that my girls have been after me to, Mom, you have pictures of the kids when they were babies. You know, we want those. And now I'm coming up with a way that's going to be so much easier to do this. And I don't have to worry about putting them onto a flash drive and give it to them and have them lose it, or like Kathy said, you know, get them melted or burned up or whatever. So
Well, can I share how it works?
Yes, you go right ahead. Thank you for letting me share that.
No, I was going to say, because with that is the most important part. Debbie, you hit it right. That was the perfect segue. That's why I just jumped in there. Is what happens if you're no longer here to tell the story and the USB gets lost, or it's and it's gone. So permanent and private are 2 big words that I hope that your listeners will hear. Permanent being, we are cloud storage. That was our flagship product. So your account, when I say your account or your cloud storage means basically a set of servers across the country or across the world, depending on how they're set up, that are triple backed up and then triple backed up again for redundancy in our case. So when you put those photos into your account, your cloud, our cloud, we guarantee those your lifetime plus 100 years. Now, there's no other big box server anywhere that will do that. And if you own an iPhone, then you're probably using iCloud. They are a sync, not a backup. And I love when people go, oh, no, I'm paying for my storage. Okay, they're taking your money. They're still a sync. That's why if something happens to your phone, like when my daughter jumped in the lake to rescue a little boy in the lake, she had her phone in her back pocket. Her son's first 18 months of life were on that phone, and they were gone. So, and they reserve an Apple. Well, okay, I'm not going to tell other stories. I could digress and go for days. We're not here for that. But you own your cloud, and it's private. That means you won't get advertising. You won't get any data mining, and that's when they target you for advertisers. Google is notorious for that. I have a meme when I teach a class that says, Google, now hiring. No need to fill out an application. We already have all of your information. So, but the storage is our flagship. That's where you can tell your story and you pass it on. Digitization, we like is over my head, the forever box, because we were talking about genealogy. Digitization is where you take your old media, and we do reel-to-reels, audio tapes, videotapes, whatever you have, we do that, and then we digitize it and we put it into your account. Okay. And so I'm sorry I turned my phone off, but my watch did not go off, if you can hear it ringing. But digitization, that's what that means, is we take your old media and we convert it like we're doing for Debbie right now. And the important thing there to know is we are in the United States, we have the best most state-of-the-art facility in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And the truck, your box never sees the weather. So if you take it to a FedEx place, they scan it in and you can track it all along the way. You get a series of emails. So if you're super nervous about sending your box in, where will it go? We actually offer extra protection if you want to pay for that. So then but just standard protection has always worked for me. But you get to track it all the way through the digitization process until all of your original material comes back to you. Now you can order a USB as a second backup if you want. But that's important to know, that if you're using Google or iCloud or Dropbox, they own your stuff. So the second that you sign yep, I agree to your terms of service, you agree that they can sell your photos, that they have your photos. And actually, I just got an email from one of our missionaries last night that says, oh my goodness, I don't know what happened, but sorry, my entire file was deleted from Dropbox. So that was all of his missionary reports, the photos that he had taken, and the updated support letters. They just disappeared. So anything can happen. Forever, we really try not to guard against all of that.
Right. And one thing we should mention is they're going to ship the slides back to me because they're mine. And so if anything should happen to them now, but I still already have them in the cloud. And it's hard it's being a challenge, because as I was going through all these slides, I was putting them in piles in little sandwich bags, saying, what's in that bag? So when I get ready to do more, I already have them figured out what I want. And, but I have so many genealogy pictures, and I realized watching this that with the ancestry line that my sister and I have done, I can transfer this to forever, and I don't have to worry about it getting lost in moving or damaged, or it'll always, like you said, 100 years. Well, I'm going to be gone. My kids will be gone. My grandkids, yeah, maybe.
They will have the story.
Yeah, they will have everything, and they will have all the articles, the pictures, the certificates, things that is important in a genealogy. So, yeah, you're right, Kathy. I could go on and on and on. I'm so excited about this because I just have so much. I just can't leave them sit here and do nothing with them. They are going to disintegrate. So, what else do you want to share? Sally, do you have any questions?
I don't. No.
Was it pretty easy to follow?
Oh yeah, it was. I'm thinking all that we have like storage boxes full of pictures, and it's frustrating. You go through them, they look interesting, but you don't know who they are.
Right. Oh, how true.
And so I'm putting the finishing touches on a book I'm writing on this very thing. I'm so excited, but that's and it's overwhelming. And so that's what we as ambassadors do, is we help you go from the overwhelm and the chaos. And so I'm hoping my book is going to very clearly do, to help you 1, 2, 3, how do you get this done? and how do you leave your legacy? And that is my focus and passion. Is I help people leave that legacy so that they're blessing their families and not just leaving a mess. And personally, this is really, even today at this moment, incredibly important, because there's a Chinese proverb. I think it's a Chinese proverb. I do have it right in the book, but that says, when an elder dies, it's as if an entire library burns down. Well, my dad is on his very, I don't know, the Lord does how many days he has left, but maybe hours. But just realizing the full impact of when he passes, that library is gone. Those stories are gone. So even if you don't know the full stories, if you know people's names or about, or it's a place, what happens is when you start to sort your memories and you start to get these pictures, one memory triggers another memory, triggers another memory. And it's a really cool thing, because then you start getting steam, and you start doing it. And it's just an incredible gift, and to be able to give to others. And I did have a client who said, well, there's no way I can finish all this. Well, if you get started, who knows how far down the road you're going to go. And that is my encouragement to folks. And this is an opportunity, and it's a solution. It's been a solution that's worked very well for me. And maybe it's not a solution that this is the time for you right now. But if it is, then I would love to be able to help you. And I think even Debbie is very excited and passionate about it, and would be able to answer some questions based on her experience. Any other questions? Yes,
Kathy,
ma'am.
would you explain about the that it's free, but $20, and you get 20.
Oh, yes.
Please.
Yes, ma'am. So we know that you're not going, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of people making promises, right? So we know you're not going to buy anything or trust somebody that you know nothing about. So when you create a free account, and we can put either my link or Debbie's link if she decides to join us in the show notes. And when you create your account, we come along with the sale. So you have, it may be a Southern twang, but hopefully you can understand my accent, that when you call, we answer. So that's what the ambassador force is for. We are the liaisons between the company and our clients. And so when you create a free account, it's a free 2 gigabyte account. So that's a $50 value. Depending on the size of your photos, that's either 500 to 750 pictures, and depends on if you're adding videos in there as well. But you get a free account just to try it out. Now we have a free app as well. So you go to your app store and you look for forever.com. That's the official name of the company, forever.com. And when you click on that link, it will create your free account. You confirm your email, and then you're going to get a welcome coupon. And the company will send you a $20 welcome coupon to spend. You can say, I need to get storage. I need to get me one of those boxes. I think I'm just going to do a photo book. I really like another company. I shudder to think you would fly somewhere else, but maybe you use, that was a joke, Shutterfly, get it? Shudder to, yeah, now you got it. Okay. But so create a book, create a photo book. The $20 coupon that you get will usually cover that, and compare the quality. So we do that so that you can know, like, and trust us. And then from there, hopefully a relationship is formed.
Well, I put a link to your information. I forgot to, I don't think, I did not put your link to.
Let me give you the one for the free account. I can go grab that right quick.
Right.
And are there other questions or thoughts? Did that trigger something?
Did you mention how many pictures you can get with that 2 gigabytes?
That will hold 500 to 750. It just depends on how big the file size is.
Okay.
And then something that I have just used recently that has been amazing to me is our restoration services. I knew we did a good job because I have seen other, here we go. I've seen other ambassadors post their pictures, and I knew it was good, but I've never really had a reason to use it, because I have the software and I know how to do it myself. And, you know, I'm a little tight. And so I was like, But just recently, my mother-in-law and father-in-law were helping them to downsize to move to assisted living. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Queen's Gambit on Netflix. They have a series, but it's about the Kentucky orphanage system back in the day and the abuses and all. And the protagonist in this movie escapes by, she's a chess prodigy. She's a chess whiz. And she escapes the system. Well, that to a T is the story of my husband's grandmother. We'll call her Granny Spalding. Except she was not a chess player. She was an equestrian. And they have one picture of Granny Spalding, and it's in her robes, her get up, her equestrian garb. And it's faded. It's been in a frame and it's torn. And I do that because it was like sitting in the window and it's all faded out. And I thought, wouldn't that be a fun thing to get digitized? I think my mother-in-law would love it. So what I did was I did that. I took it and I sent the whole thing. It was so old. I sent the whole thing right to the company. I'm like, I am not trying to take this thing out of its frame. And I sent it to our restoration folks. And the job they did was amazing. It was incredible. I can't say enough good things about it, but the restoration is not really the story of what a blessing this is to people. The story is the response I got when I gave it to my mother-in-law. She held it in her hands, and I tell you what, if I can screen share again just for 1 second, if you will allow me that liberty. When I handed it to her, she, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, this is the original photo right here when it pops up, and see how it was torn all the way across. And you can see it had been in the frame so long, the frame edge had stuck to the picture. But my mother-in-law, when I gave her the picture, this was the restoration.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
She took the picture and she said, "Oh my goodness, where did you get this picture of my mother?" I'm like, "Well, Kathy, her name is Kathy too." I said, this is from your picture. So here was the original. And this is what I gave her. And she's in her beginning stages of Alzheimer's. And she said,
Wow.
I was forgetting what mother looked like. That picture is so faded, but this is my mother that I remember as a girl. And we spent the next couple of hours of her just sharing her stories. And it was just it is a gift. When you do this and you pass this on to your family, it is a gift. And I'm an in-law. So, you know, for it to bring me to tears is saying something, but the company really does a great job. I'll just flip through these while we're talking. That's one that got colorized.
Wow.
So they can do black and white, they can colorize, they can sharpen up blurry photos. It's really kind of amazing. And that's one, you know, that's just old. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So when I say I really think that forever is a gift that you give not only yourself, but your family, I really mean it. It is it's an investment, but it is an investment of that it's just beyond. And these aren't just like company stock photos. These are my friends. I mean, that's Margaret Howe's grandmother. I can tell you who all these people are. And so there's one that they did black and white and they got colorized.
Those are amazing.
And that's Margaret's. Yeah, and that's Margaret's grandmother. So anyway, so just a few fun things to show you the possibilities are endless, and it's truly a gift. And one I'm glad I found.
I don't blame you. Yeah. Kathy states that I knew she'd be flipping rooms. So she has guests. She has a B&B. So
nice.
She's flipping rooms. And she said, thank you for this presentation today. So
and I thank you so much for having me today, Debbie. I really appreciate the opportunity to share something that I love and hopefully might be a solution for somebody.
Right, exactly. Well, it's a solution for me. I have jumped right in. Next week, I plan on becoming an ambassador because I want to be
using
able
your
to
link,
help
not
people.
mine.
I want to help people. I mean, scrapbooking has always been a thing for me, and I've got lots of scrapbooking albums. And oh, one mention, you told me that what you do for Christmas is you make up 18 calendars using these pictures. And how easy is that?
Super easy. We have a create, design, and print. We have auto print where if you don't want to do anything but click a button and have the computer make you a book or a calendar or whatever, you can. You can use create and print where we have beautiful templates and you just click and drag. And then I think the video mentioned we also have award-winning software. If you're super into wanting complete control, that's our Artisan 6 software. Or if you were ever a Creative Memories person, that was Storybook Creator. We bought it, we revamped it. It's totally different now, but it's super simple. And then in addition to being super simple to use, our loyalty program is called Forever Club. And with Forever Club, what we do, if you're old enough to remember those Christmas clubs, the old-timey Christmas clubs where you would save a little bit out of your paycheck or you would pay the bank every week or month, just a little bit of money, and then it's your money the whole time, and then it's yours to spend whenever you want. That's what Forever Club does. So in addition to it being my money, I get 5% off of anything I want, and everything every 3 months, I get free storage. So a loyalty program is meant to say, thank you. It's not a fee, it's your money. And then when it comes Christmas, I take my pictures, I make my calendar. If it's your birthday month, you're on that month. So we have a pretty large family. So I put everybody's picture on their birthday month. And then when it's time to pay, let's say that's $1,000 and I've gotten them on sale. So I'm getting them half price. And then I click pay with my club dollars, and it's bazinga. And one punch of the button, I've got all of my Christmas gifts created and paid for, and my budget did not take a hit. So I love that aspect of it. And like I said, if you sign up for a Forever Club, I always tell people to do that first and foremost, because you're going to get extra 5% off, and then you can have it pay for any of your fees that you have or anything that you can create. You can wait for a sale. I always love to get people the best price and the best time to purchase. So I help you do that. And that's what Forever Club does.
Well, thank you, Kathy, for everything you've shared with us today. Sally, just give me an idea of what when you look at this, what are you thinking? Besides the fact that you have boxes full of pictures too.
That's pretty much it, Debbie. Pretty much it.
It's pretty
And
wild.
those boxes. Yeah.
Yeah. Kathy,
Yeah,
are you
sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Kathy Binner, are you able to take a quick second to come on camera? No, guess not. That's okay. She's said she's got guests coming in early today. So anyways, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Oh, there she goes. Kathy, you there? Go ahead, Kathy. Binner. Oh, well. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. And as always, the recording of this will be in YouTube, my YouTube channel. The chat will be included so you can get the information for Kathy. And as always, you can reach out to me through meetup.com. And I look forward to seeing everyone in September. All the kiddos go back to school, and we'll be getting back to somewhat normal sense of life is, sort of. And again, thank you, Kathy.
I don't think that ever happens, Debbie.
No, that's it.
It's that illusion.
It is illusion because come September, all the volleyball games start. So, well, thank you, everybody. And this has been a good information, and I really appreciate you all attending. I'm going to